Jolene Macintyre built her reputation in the world of custom automotive craftsmanship as a key figure in a fast-growing workshop led by her partner, Chad Macintyre. Known for her discipline, organizational strength, and ability to keep complex projects moving, she became the backbone of a business that attracted global attention. While the workshop's bold designs and ambitious builds captured audiences, Jolene worked behind the scenes ensuring stability. However, beneath the success was a life filled with pressure, constant deadlines, and emotional strain that would soon be pushed to its limits by a devastating personal tragedy that changed everything in late 2024. A life built on custom creations. For years, Jolene Macintyre was deeply embedded in the daily operations of a demanding custom vehicle workshop. While Chad focused on design innovation and hands-on building, Jolene managed the structure behind it all: budgets, scheduling, staffing, and production flow. Her role expanded further when the business gained popularity through television exposure and online content creation. What once was a small creative shop transformed into a high-pressure production environment. Jolene often found herself balancing creativity with logistics, ensuring that artistic vision did not collapse under financial or operational strain, even as workloads grew heavier every season. The sudden loss that changed everything. In late 2024, Jolene's life was shaken by the sudden and heartbreaking loss of her mother. Diagnosed with terminal illness, her condition deteriorated rapidly, leaving little time for preparation or emotional adjustment. Within weeks, Jolene went from managing professional deadlines to confronting the reality of imminent loss. Her mother passed away on November 28th, leaving an irreplaceable void. The grief struck deeply, not only as an emotional wound, but also as a destabilizing force in her everyday life. It marked a turning point that would influence both her personal resilience and her professional direction in profound ways. Balancing grief and responsibility. During her mother's final days, Jolene was forced into an exhausting dual existence. By day, she maintained her responsibilities at work, ensuring that projects continued moving forward. By night, she became a devoted daughter, spending precious moments at her mother's bedside. This emotional split left her drained and overwhelmed, as she struggled to hold together two worlds collapsing at once. Despite the pain, she refused to abandon her obligations entirely. The pressure to remain functional at work while emotionally breaking in private created one of the most difficult periods of her life, testing her endurance beyond limits. Pressure inside the workshop. At the same time, the custom workshop was undergoing major expansion into media and digital production. Jolene's responsibilities multiplied as filming schedules, editing oversight, sponsorship management, and operational planning all converged. The business that once revolved around craftsmanship became a fast-paced content machine. Projects demanded constant attention, and delays could affect entire production timelines. Jolene often worked long stretches without meaningful rest, handling financial decisions while also appearing on camera. The relentless pace left little space for recovery, and her growing exhaustion became increasingly visible to those working closely alongside her during this demanding period. Strain on relationships and leadership. The mounting pressure did not remain confined to work alone. Jolene's relationship with Chad, both professional and personal, began to experience strain under the weight of shared responsibility. Disagreements about budgeting, scheduling, and team management became more frequent as the business expanded. At home, she also navigated the complexities of being part of a blended family, where emotional and practical demands often overlapped. Late nights and constant obligations left little room for connection or rest. Although both partners remained committed to their shared vision, the blurred boundaries between work and life created tension that was difficult to avoid. A breaking point in 2024. By the time production demands peaked in 2024, Jolene was nearing emotional and physical exhaustion. The combination of grief, workload expansion, and constant visibility created a breaking point. She had even considered stepping back from her role, recognizing that the pace was unsustainable. However, the thought of leaving behind everything she had helped build made the decision incredibly difficult. The fear that the business might collapse without her involvement weighed heavily on her. Despite contemplating change, she ultimately chose to remain, driven by a sense of responsibility and commitment to the team and its future. Choosing to stay amid collapse. Even in her darkest moment, Jolene made the decision to continue. The loss of her mother had shaken her foundation, but it also reinforced her determination not to let everything unravel. She believed stepping away could jeopardize years of collective effort and sacrifice. This choice was not made lightly, as it required her to push through grief while maintaining professional stability. To many around her, this decision reflected both strength and burden. It highlighted the cost of leadership in high-pressure environments, where personal pain is often carried silently in order to preserve shared success and stability. Finding strength in work and memory, in the aftermath of tragedy, Jolene began to draw strength from her work and her memories. Rather than retreating completely, she immersed herself in ongoing projects as a way to stay grounded. She often reflected on her mother's values, using them as motivation to continue forward. Work became both a distraction and a form of emotional expression, allowing her to channel grief into purpose. While the pain never disappeared, it transformed into quiet resilience. Each completed project served as a reminder of endurance, helping her navigate a period defined by loss, responsibility, and gradual emotional rebuilding. A shift in priorities and perspective. Over time, Jolene's outlook on life began to shift significantly. Previously consumed by deadlines and production goals, she started placing greater importance on family and personal moments. Time spent with loved ones, travel experiences, and team gatherings gained new meaning. The loss she endured forced her to reassess what truly mattered beyond professional success. Although she remained committed to the growth of the workshop, she no longer viewed it as her only priority. Instead, she sought balance, attempting to create space for emotional recovery, relationships, and the quieter aspects of life that had once been overlooked. Conclusion: resilience forged through loss. The events of 2024 left a permanent mark on Jolene Macintyre's life, reshaping both her identity and her direction. The death of her mother became the most painful chapter she had ever experienced, yet it also revealed an unexpected depth of resilience. While the pressure of her career and responsibilities nearly overwhelmed her, she chose to continue forward despite the weight of grief. The experience did not erase her pain, but it transformed it into determination. In the end, Jolene emerged changed, stronger, more reflective, and more aware of the fragile balance between ambition and personal life.